All right, welcome back to another episode of the $1 million challenge, where we start off with $1, we work our whole way up to $1 million. And today I got a big plan. I'm gonna see if it works, but while I talk about the plan, I'm gonna throw up the bonuses in the background. So as you can clearly see, we've been on a big losing streak recently, and I'm taking your guys' thoughts and suggestions into account today. So let me run the bonuses and I'll explain what the plan is. Okay, so while those bonuses are on screen, the plan today is to do 3 days of playthrough, and people have been saying to up my bets up. I need to increase the bet sizes, and I get that. The reason they've been super small recently is because I'm trying to do a very high betting strategy, high volume. So the chances of winning are pretty high, but when I lose, it's hard to come back from that. So I've been doing 10-cent bets, 25-cent bets, really small, because I need progression. So if I lose a bunch in a row, I can double up the bet and have progressions to come back from that. So today I'm going on the complete other end of the spectrum, and I'm going to do some big bets where our 1% profit goal is always the goal, right? Every single day to get 1% of the balance. So I think I'm going to run Blackjack the whole video. That's going to be the plan. But I'm going to do a 1% bet on the first hand, and then on the second playthrough, I'm going to do a 0.5%, so I need 2 wins. And then on the third playthrough, I'm going to do 4 wins, or maybe 3 or 4. We'll see how I'm feeling. But people have been suggesting that right now I'm at a $7 profit goal. And some people were suggesting I do half of that, try to just do bigger bets, because we talked about this before. The less you play, the higher chance you have of winning when it comes to the house edge. The house edge kicks in the more you play. So when I'm doing high volume bets like I've been doing recently, eventually the house edge is going to come in and bust your strategy. So today it's going to be a little bit risky for sure. I'm hoping we get a couple wins. I don't know if we're going to get 3 days of wins, but I'm hoping to get at least 1 or 2. That's ideal. But I'm going to go either up or down 1%. So I'm not going to go to the 4% stop loss. I'm trying to maintain the bankroll. I've been bouncing up and down recently, so I've been pretty stagnant. I've actually been going down more than up, but the bonuses still help out. As you can see, we're getting a lot of stuff in the background here, so this stuff does help carry the balance, but this doesn't last forever. When the bankroll gets bigger, these bonuses aren't going to mean much. So they're still helping out a ton right now, but we have to get our strategy locked in to still profit, because once we get to $1,000 bankroll, if I'm getting a couple bucks here and there, it's not really gonna affect the bankroll that much. It's not gonna help us. So I need to lock in and figure out what really works for the balance, and what can I actually keep repeating to grow the balance. So this last one here, just while it's on screen, it was a sports bet. I had a $5 bonus bet in FanDuel, so I threw that on a sports bet. And I think I'm going to implement that in the future too, but I'll get into that on another video. So let's hop into the tracking sheet and get on with the first day. Okay, so looking at our tracking sheet, we're sitting at a total of $680 in the balance. This is another thing too. I think I might be understating the balance a little bit, just because I've moved money over, but I play it ahead of the challenge. So really I'm down here in real time, but I've been moving money over, so I have to keep track of the outside apps. I have to do some weird math to try to make it accurate. I think I might be understating the balance really, which is fine. I'd rather understate than overstate, just in case we take an L, then I'm not sending the balance deeper than we should. But we're sitting at $680. The 1% profit goal for today will be $6.80. Okay, so our first game, we're gonna do a I guess we can't do $6.80, so we're gonna do a $7 bet on one hand of blackjack. Just gonna play a big hand. We need 680, so if we win or lose this, it's gonna be the end of the day. Hopefully we get lucky. I have a plan for the next couple episodes, but for now, I'm just trying to progress the challenge, stay hopefully stagnant, trying to go up or down 1%. So we'll see what we can do here. Start off with a 3, which isn't looking too great. Let's see what we get on top of that. We get a 6, so we're staying with a 9. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Technically it is a double. I should double this, but I think I'm just gonna hit it. I'm not gonna double, because I'm doing 1% of the bankroll, so I'm not trying to risk too much. but we will take the hit. Let's see what everyone else gets. They're getting a lot of smaller cards. We'll just take the hit. Play it safe. And we got our 10. Okay, cool. So we're sitting at, it's kind of cool. You can cash out. I could just take a profit right there, but we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it. Try to do just one hand here. He's a 16 and 19. So we push. Okay. I was hoping we get a win there, but I'll take the push. It's better than a loss. So let's just repeat the bet. Try to run it back. But yeah, so I tried the ChatGPT strategy on the last episode. Did not work out well. It didn't even really make sense when I read it, but I still tried it anyways. But yeah, you can't always trust the internet. Getting another 3, and he has an ace, so that's not looking too hot. We're gonna take no insurance on that. I noticed on my first 10 episodes of my challenge, and this is what I'm trying to kind of go back towards, of like how I was winning. I noticed I would play 3 or 4 days within like 10 to 15 minutes. So I realized like in the past couple, maybe month or two, I've been posting like 30 to 40 minute videos, and I've been getting a lot of L's. So I mean, the first couple episodes I was playing each day in like 3 minutes, real fast. So I don't know, maybe that's a little bit of a secret too, to just play a little bit slow, or I guess quicker. I was playing quicker with bigger bets. But yeah, I noticed that. So that's kind of what I'm going back to. I'm trying to make today a little bit quicker, not trying to fight. Okay, I'll take an 18. That's nice. Yeah, usually like we're fighting, like I'll spend like 5-10 minutes just trying to catch up after getting a couple losses and stuff. So I'm trying to avoid that today, and instead of playing one day for like 15 minutes and making this a 45-minute video, hopefully it'll be a lot quicker. So that's the plan. That's the idea. I just keep changing up what I've been doing recently, trying to figure out what works for us. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to see something that I'm comfortable with. It seems like nothing really is consistent, but if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord, because I have a plan coming up soon. I'm gonna have a challenge with the community, and we take the L here. But yeah, I'm gonna have a challenge with the community. So if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord, and I'll get more information on that soon. All right, so we played one hand of Blackjack. We took the L. Now the plan is to play 2 hands of Blackjack. Our balance is sitting at $674, and our 1% profit goal is $6.74. So we're gonna do 2 smaller hands and try to get the profit goal instead of doing 1 hand. All right, we're coming into infinite free bet Blackjack. I just played a hand and it pushed. I forgot to record again. I'm using a new recording system, so I'm getting used to it. That's why in the last episode I forgot to record something too. But the plan is to play free bet Blackjack because the minimum on the table I was just at was $5. So now we're trying to get 2 wins in a row or 2 losses, and then we're gonna call the day. So whenever I can get 2 wins in a row or 2 losses, we're done. Instead of just doing 1 win or 1 loss, we're gonna do 2. So this hopefully will give us the chance of having a free double or free split, which is nice, but we just need 2 wins. Okay, we're starting off with an ace on this hand. A soft 18, I'll take it against the 2. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep the balance stagnant. I'm not trying to send it too far, so pretty much our stop loss for this entire video will be 1% on every single day. So I'm not trying to hit that 4%. I'm trying to avoid moving money over to the website as much as I can, because that has been happening a lot recently, and I'm trying to, the whole point of cashing out the balance into our savings was to lock in profits, and I've been having to redeposit, so that sucks. But we're still really good on the balance. We're still really far ahead. I'm just trying to figure out what works. I'm struggling on it. But we're gonna try this strategy today, something a little bit different. And there's another win right there. So we'll take it. All right, the live stats reset because I was in a live game and I pulled out. But I need 74 cents to get the 1% goal. So I'm hoping we can just martingale this on dice real quick and get the 74 cents. That's all I'm really hoping for. It's kind of risky because we can get a lot of losses, as I did, or as I usually do. I just usually get a ton of losses on here. But We're gonna try to do it. See if we can just get it in one click. Nope, we lose it. So we're gonna martingale this. There it is. Okay, we got 74 cents. We already had the $6. So that's our 1% profit goal. We're gonna log that in the sheet. All right, so day 145 was a win. Now we're on day 146, and the balance sitting at a total of $683. Makes our 1% profit goal $6.83. We're adding up all of the outside websites, all the apps I use for the bonuses. So luckily those bonuses kind of help carry us through a little bit there. And let's see if we can get another win here. Today, the goal is to do 3 hands in a row. There are 3 wins in a row or 3 losses, and we'll call it a day. So let's see what we can do here. All right, coming back into infinite free bet blackjack. We're gonna start off with a $2 bet. Reset the live stats. So yeah, we need 3 wins, either 3 wins in a row or 3 losses, and then we're calling it. So we'll see how this goes. Hoping that we can get today in profit. If we win this, then we're in profit. If we can win this this challenge here, this day, we'll be in profit on the video. So that's all I'm really hoping for. Just it'll be a little bit of profit, not a ton, but I'll take it. And yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I plan on doing a community challenge in the Discord. So if you're not in there, join in there as soon as you can. Join in there as soon as you can, and yeah, it'll be fun. I'm gonna plan it out pretty soon, so we'll get something going. Here we go. It's got 16, and he gets 26 and bust, so we got $2 profit, and we're gonna run it back. In a perfect world, we get a free double here, get the win. We're chilling. But yeah, I don't know. I've just been all over the place with different strategies and different games. We've been playing a lot of originals recently, so I feel like I, really shift. I'll play live games for a lot of episodes to get kind of in that groove, and then people want to see the originals, so I'll bounce back to that for a few episodes. So coming back to the live games today to try to switch things up a little bit, just because originals haven't been treating me too well. But yeah, it's just the challenge. I'm gonna have to switch things up all the time, but there just hasn't been anything that's really been working nonstop. So my plan is coming up in the next few episodes is to go back and do some of my earlier strategies, and I think the plan will be, I'm not locking this in yet, but I think I'm literally going to like copy each and every single strategy from every single day in the beginning of the challenge and base it on the bet size of the bankroll, because somebody mentioned to me recently in the Discord that I used to look at the challenge in percentages. All right, we take the push here. And that was always what I used to talk about, was I don't look at the number. I don't look at the bankroll as dollar amounts. I look at it in percentages. Up until recently, I've been looking at it as dollar amounts. Or I guess reverse that. Recently, I've been looking at it as dollar amounts, which is not good when you're trying to get 1% every day and you're trying to play smart and slowly grow your bankroll, because it's just getting bigger. So I'm seeing like bigger numbers. I'm thinking it more of dollars than percentages. So I should be betting purely on percentages of the bet size. The bet size should be a percent of the bankroll, if that makes sense. So in the earlier videos of the challenge, I'm betting like pennies and stuff, and some people were like making fun of me because it was pennies, and they're like, why are you stressing out over a couple pennies? But I was looking at it as like, this is 1% of the bankroll, or this is like 2% of the bankroll, or whatever, when I was making bets. So now I'm looking at it as dollars. I'm not really playing the percentage game. I'm trying to just get like $7 each day instead of like 1%. I realized that somebody had to call me out on that in a good way. They had to like remind me of how the challenge is supposed to work. That's a tough hand. That is a tough hand there. 15 against an ace. But yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do, is just think about it in terms of percentages again. So today we're going up or down 1%. That's the plan. And I'm going to really try to copy my old strategies, I think. And, I'm going to try to divide the bets based on the pennies that I was using to get like a couple cents. I'm going to divide that by the bankroll and then convert that to what we're doing now. So we have 2 8s against a 6. that is a split, and it's a free split. So this could be huge. This could be huge. If we can get 2 good hands here, we back into profit. This is what we're looking for. But can we get it? Okay, 18's good. I'll take an 18. And today I was thinking about doing anything between, I was gonna do baccarat, roulette, or blackjack, based on just doing like a 50-50. So like baccarat, you have player banker, blackjack's kind of a 50-50. I mean, technically you can push on like 8% of the time, but you lose like 50% of the time. And then roulette, I was gonna do like red or black bets, just red or black. It's like a 50-50 almost. But I think blackjack has the best odds out of all those games. Especially with the free bet, I like the idea of getting that extra, the free double or the free split, which is always nice. He has an 8, 11, and he gets a 21. Dang, dude. The free split didn't help us, so this is our last hand here. If we lose this, we're down 1%. We're gonna call it a day. But this is the thing too. So people mentioned that I got to increase my bet size, and this is what I've ran into the past when I increase my bet size. Is if you're just going for like 3 wins, you know, I'm dividing the 1% into like 3 chunks. So we're doing like a $2 bet. If you get 2 losses off the beginning here, I'm down. I have to get back to the 1% goal after 2 losses. I have to get 5 wins in a row. So like when people say you have to increase your bet size, this is like the thing I run into. Yeah, like I get it. I do have to increase it, but like doing big bets like this, trying to get 3 wins is really tough, especially on a game like this. 3 wins in a row is tough. And then if you get like 2 off rip, okay, that's good. 21, and I think we push. Yeah, push on 22, so we push. We don't get our big bet there, so that's not great, but we're still in the game. We'll keep playing. But yeah, so you go down 2 losses like that, now I have to get 5 wins in a row to come back. So when you increase the bet size like that, it's tougher. But I get what you guys are saying. I don't think there's any perfect strategy. That's the whole thing, as I'm trying to say here. Like whatever you do, it can go good or bad either way. You're doing small bets, you're doing big bets. There's pros and cons of everything. There's no perfect strategy for any. The house always wins. The house always wins. So we're really seeing that recently. But we're just trying to see if something can work, because we run a big win streak and now we're on just a massive L streak, big loss streak, and there it goes again. So we're down $6. We're down 1% for the day, so we're gonna log that in the sheet and wrap up the video. All right, so day 146 was a loss. We lost 2 out of the 3 days today, which isn't terrible. Overall, gambling today, I'm down $6.26, but we had the bonuses to hold up our balance a little bit. So overall, we're actually down $3 on the bankroll today, which isn't too bad. I'll take $3. It's not terrible. We're just trying to keep the bankroll pretty stagnant for now. That's kind of my plan. But next episode, I got plans of really not having to think too much. I'm just gonna follow strategies that worked in the past, and that'll be the plan. So if you guys have any thoughts or suggestions, feel free to leave them below. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and join the Discord and hop into the community to chat with us and share your ideas. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.